Hey guys, so I got a new project I'm going to work on here. If you've been watching my channel, you know I have a Banggood Martian 220 that I've been flying 5-inch. That's pretty much my main quad, and most of it's outdated and old school gear. But I have some extra gear laying around that I'm going to build. I've got another Martian 220 kit here from Banggood. I've had this laying around for over a year. Most of this has been here for more than a year. And I decided I'm going to put it all together and build myself a Martian 2 6-inch. It'll be a 250 instead of a 220. So a quick overview of the gear I'm going to use. I just have this Martian kit, and then I bought some extra arms when I purchased this kit over a year ago. I bought these arms to make it into a 6-inch. So I've got 4 of those. I'm going to use the same camera. I've got a Foxeer XAT 600, same camera I have on the 220. Same motors, the DYS Special Edition 2205-2300 kV. Betaflight F3 flight controller, and this TS5828 600 milliwatt video transmitter. Now these get pretty hot, so I'm going to be putting a extra heat sink on the outside of that. I'm not really pleased with these, but it's what I have. I have it brand new. Bought several at a time when I bought them originally. So I'm just trying to use up some of this old gear, see if I can put together a decent 6-inch quad. My flying skills aren't the greatest, so it's not really critical that I use the latest and greatest gear, and I already have this stuff laying around, so that's what I'm going to use. I have these old school Rotorgeeks 20 amp ESCs, and they run real nice on Multishot. That's what I've been using on this 5-inch quad. So I'm going to get to putting this together, and then I'll just show you various stages as I go through the build. Betaflight F3, I know they have a F4 now, and the Bardwell F4. Everybody's going with F4s, but the F3 is going to work fine for what I'm going to do with it. So I hope you guys stick around for the build series and see what I come up with, and enjoy the videos. I'm going to get to building on this thing. So one of the first things I did was I took these longer arms to make it a, I don't know what their length is, 4 millimeters thick, to make it a 6-inch frame. I just sanded the edges, cleaned off the carbon so they're smooth. I did not do this on my other quad, and it hasn't been a problem, but since it's such a, you know, it's a low budget kit, 25 bucks or 23 bucks, whatever it was, for the it's an Alien clone from Banggood. You know, they can be kind of rough sometimes, so I just sand them down a little bit to make them smooth. And then I'm using the old school electrical tape for soft mounting the motors. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I did it on my other quads and it's worked out successfully for me. And it's a whole lot easier to do it before you have the quad put together than it is to do it after the fact, which is what I did on my last one. But I just took electrical tape, ran 2 strips crosswise this way, and then 2 strips lengthwise, and then cut out all the holes. So it gives just a little bit of a soft cushion when you tighten that motor down up on that arm. And I think it helps, so that's why I'm doing it. And like I said, it's a lot easier to do it now than it is to do it once you have the quad all put together. So whether it's necessary or not, honestly, I don't know. But it hasn't caused me any problems, so that's how I'm going to do it. So I got all 4 arms done like that. And then I guess from here I'll start bolting it together. On these motors, they come with 2 sets of bolts to bolt your motor on here. I use the longer ones. I think they're, I don't know, 6 or 8 millimeters long. since I have just a slight extra thickness from adding that electrical tape to the arm. Anyway, you don't have to buy any new bolts, you just use the longer ones that come with the motors. And that's what I'll be using when I bolt the motors onto these arms. Okay, one other change I'm going to make to the frame. It's pretty straightforward, but the kit comes with this power distribution board, which I will not be using. So instead of that, it comes with one fiberglass plate, and I have an extra. I bought a couple to upgrade my other quad when I removed the standard power distribution board. So I'm going to be using 2 of the fiberglass plates. I don't know if I need 2 for strength, but I'm going to use 2 just so I take up some of the space on these bolts. When the nut goes on, it'll be basically flush instead of having the nut sticking way up above the plate. And this is the way I put my other one together when I upgraded it. So that's what I'll be doing on this one as well. And with the Betaflight F3 board, I don't need a power distribution board because it's an all-in-one. So that's how I'm going to do that. There's the bolts holding the arms. Now, the kit comes with these 6mm standoffs, plastic, for holding the flight controller. But with the Betaflight F3 board, you need a little more space below the board to clear the tops of the nuts on there. So I'm going to use these 10s, 10mm. You could probably get away with the 8, or it just depends on your flight controller. But I'm going to upgrade these to 10s, like that. And then what I like to do is I just use this silicone rubber. It's what it is nitro fuel line that I cut into little grommets and use those as vibration cushions for mounting the flight controller. So once you have those standoffs installed, that's what they end up looking like. And that seems to work out good for me with this particular flight controller. So got that part done, and then I guess next will be mounting the motors and the ESCs on the arms.